Hello and welcome to the 57 Minutes of Heaven we call the D1Baseball Podcast. I am your host, Michael Patrick Rooney III. I want to say thank you to our good friends at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Listeners, you are in for a treat today. This is the fantasy player draft for D1 Baseball. We're going to draft players. We're going to base it on WAR. We're going to determine a champion. We're going to follow these players all year. We're going to work with them. We're going to develop them as people and as players. The participants in this contest, we've got the director of credibility at D1Baseball.com, David Seifert. We've got Big Tex, got the owner-operator of the Joes, Joe Healy, and our defending champion, the fantastic Fitt dog, Zebby Barrels. Fitty, I thought this would be a great way to start. Like, you have established a dynasty with the Fitt dogs, but just, it's electric right now because there's so much controversy surrounding your franchise. And, did Darren Vaught actually win this competition last year? Did the Fitt dogs win it? Yeah. What about these allegations of PEDs? What about all these unpaid parking tickets in Raleigh, North Carolina? What about these, accusations of tampering? I mean, you're like the Tark the Shark of this game. The NCAA is so mad at the Fitt dogs, they put the Joes on probation, for God's sake.
Listen,
so what say you, Mr. Fitt?
We're just focused on completing the 4-peat. It might actually be a 5-peat because I don't think we tabulated the results in 2022. I don't think we had WAR yet in 2022. I don't know.
No shot. There's a such thing as a 4-peat here.
I won in 23, I won in 24, and I won in 25. I will say that the Fitt dogs had a bit of a down year last year. Each of the previous years we got to 40 WAR. Last year we only got to 32, but it was still good enough to beat you schmoes. And so even in a bad year, we still maintain the crown. So I think that it's kind of embarrassing for the rest of you.
Oh, thank you. Joe and Seif, good to see you guys. How are you two doing?
Doing well. Thanks, Runes.
I'm doing great, Rudes. Look, I feel like I try to put a team out there that the people can get behind and really feel proud of. Aaron, meanwhile, is the type of guy who would take guys who have already had MLB service time and put them on his college roster. Like he's that kind of guy, right? Like somebody has to care about the sanctity of the sport and of the game, and I'm that guy. And if it means we come in third place, then fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I want to do it the right way.
This day and age, we can just take like guys that were like high-profile high school recruits that were flameouts in pro ball and just draft them. I'm
going to draft Carter Stewart from the NPB and put him on my team. He's crushing it over there.
I'm drafting Ben McDonald right now.
I'm currently looking at baseball. Monterrey, Mexico's Mexican League roster.
I love it. Well, Fitzy, you know what they say. They only tackle the guy with the ball, right? Like this is, this is, we overinflate the footballs or we deflate them, whatever we do. It's all flags fly forever, I think is the expression.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate that.
Yes. And I love that sanctity is in play already. We're not even to the 4-minute mark. Thank you for that,
Somebody's
Joe.
Got to care about it.
That's right. Somebody. Fitzy, would you like to explain the rules of the game to the personas, please?
Well, I would love to, Coach, since I think I'm the only one who actually understands them, judging by the results. The rules of the game. So this exercise is tied to...
humble.
Thank you. Yes. Not our best tools, humility. This exercise is tied to the annual preseason player rankings that we do. We've done these, I think, since the start of D1 Baseball. Every year we rank the top 50 players at each of the infield and catcher spots. This year we did 150 outfielders. So it's about, if you assume there's 3 outfielders, it's basically the top 50 at each spot on average. And we rank the top 200 starting pitchers. So if you're assuming there's 4 starting pitcher slots, we rank the top 50 at all 4 of those, basically. So each player is assigned a value from $50 to $1, depending on where they are in the power rankings. We have a $300 budget to fill a roster of 12 spots. That's no DH, but we have 4 starting pitcher spots and a relief pitcher. The team with the highest WAR, wins above replacement as calculated by Synergy at the end of the year, is the winner. So that's how it works. And our friend Coach Healy has randomized the draft order 7 times at my instruction. Coach Rudy, you're the first pick. You're on the clock.
All right. The fabulous Rune Dogs, hashtag stay fabulous. We're not going to waste any time. The largest WAR created by any one player last year was Rock Chalowski with 6.5. And even though there is tremendous, there's a surplus of value at shortstop, there's nobody running around college baseball with a 6.5 WAR. So, and plus we, unlike some organizations in this draft, we value sanctity and leadership and just being an overall good person. So the Rune Dogs will select Rock Chalowski 1-1. Oh, I got to get, that's right. It's not a draft. It's an auction. I got to give you, no, it's a draft. It's 50. Right. It's $50. 50,
he's right.
Yep,
yes.
That's right. There we go.
Now, Rune's already on tilt. He managed not to screw up the first pick, and he's rattled. He's on tilt. Unbelievable.
I was about to jump in and bid $51 if we were going to make it a draft.
Oh gosh, that's amazing. All right.
I believe the second pick goes to the esteemed gentleman from Texas, Mr. Kendall Rogers.
Yeah, thank you. I will go with Drew Burris.
Georgia Tech outfielder, also a $50 player, as
Good
you
player.
might imagine. Burris had a 5 and change WAR last year, which was also among the national leaders. On to Coach Healy.
Yeah, I'm going to also grab a $50 player. I would like Ryder Helfrich at catcher, please. I think it's just a lot of value there. Like, it's a guy we know he's going to, barring injuries, is going to be an everyday catcher. He was an Ironman for him last year. He's going to give you some power. He'll maybe even give you some stolen bases. Like, he's a good athlete, all that stuff. So I think a lot of value there.
There is a lot of value there.
He's a National Player of the Year candidate for me. Like, if Arkansas is really good and he has the year, he's the catcher. Like, that's well done, Joseph.
That is well done. All right, that brings it to me, and I am going to put my money where my mouth is here, and take. I'm going to take AJ Gracia at Virginia, another $50 player. He had a good year last year. He's going to have a great year this year. So that's my first pick.
Another good one. I fully endorse a big year for AJ Gracia, given that I took Virginia in the stock market game.
Yeah.
Like it.
To Mr. Seifert for 2 picks, the director of credibility on the clock.
I'm going to lead off with Von Lackey, catcher, for 49 biggins. And you know what? Man, I might get my outfield started. This is I love him as a player, too. I think he's undervalued as a prospect. Now, I'm going to save him, though, actually. I think I can do better value. I'm going to go with Jaron Advincula from Georgia Tech for another $49 with my next pick.
The Georgia Tech
the courage of that, because no one can pronounce his last name correctly, let alone.
I nailed it. He's 2 years ago. He's like,
but
I didn't nail it.
no, I mean, it's the shot clock ran out when you were pronouncing it, but it was.
Yeah. Well, he's
Avincula is how I've been taught to pronounce it, but it's impossible. So I'm tipping my hat to your courage to lean into that. You ran to the roar.
You know what? I had a different strategy going in. I put more preparation really into my strategy of what I was going to say to start it off than actually who I picked. So I was struggling to pick him there because after getting second place to Fitty, it's obvious his wisdom is just far beyond mine. I have to figure out my system because Fitty's system was this growing up, the great Patriots, the Belichick-driven Patriots.
Non-Hall of Famer Bill Belichick, by the way.
There's a certain he's now a play-by-play guy for the NFL. His whole career was based upon Belichick. So I read up on the War Room, and then I did my favorite. Then I did my favorite.
Scythe is going to get him rattled
right there. So I was kind of come up with my own playbook because I mean, Runes, you can relate with me here. Mouse Davis, right? June Jones, right? The run and shoot, right?
Love
The
it.
other guys are too young. They may know probably Mike Leach. I know KR on them because it's better in Texas or whatever. But
man.
he go. Well, I had to come up with my own process because like Fitty was kicking my ASS, so I got to get Fitty because
you can say ass on here.
I can say ass on here. Okay,
Yeah.
well then I'm going to say I'm going right here. This is what I'm putting in the show
look at this
just
guy.
to get you. So I read 3 books last night because I got off our last pod upset because a couple days ago when I found out I got second year again. So I'm all in. So One of my strategies was not to take a last name I couldn't pronounce, but I already messed that up. So anyway, enough of me. Back to the. I guess we're going back to the top.
Back to me.
Right? No, we got the 50. Sorry.
Snake draft. Back to me.
Yeah,
Good
enough
try.
of me.
Good try. I was trying to screw me over. Unbelievable.
I got to thinking now because Brady's a system-driven quarterback.
Well, okay, sure. You'll note the book you point out, The War Room. That's what I'm all about. War. That's what we call our operation, the War Room. Guys, and on that note, I'm going to take Justin LeBron because he's a war machine. I mean, he had, some swing and miss last year, but he still had a 4.26 WAR. He is an elite defender, and he is my shortstop from Alabama.
Love it.
That brings it to me. And I do know June Jones. Shout out to you, quarterbacks coach for the Oilers back in the day. As an Oilers guy, June Jones very much. I know a little bit about the run and shoot. Let's see. I am going to go Daniel Cuvée of Miami to play third base for me.
That's good.
I think if nothing else, like this pick is based on a couple of things. One is it feels like the vibes are just good around this Miami team. They're a little bit of a blind spot to me, but the more I read about them, the more I'm kind of in on them. And then second is, by all accounts, like Cuvée and JD Arteaga said this on the podcast with Darren and Bradley, the ACC, et cetera, that, Cuvé's fall a year ago was not particularly good. Like his preparation for the season was not what he wanted it to be. And yet he still ended up having a monster season. So if it's the case that maybe he has a little bit better preparation this year for the season, could there be a little bit more in the tank? That's a high bar to clear, but I'm betting on it.
I'll say this about Cuvée also, because I was very close to picking him there right before you, Joe. The thing that surprised me when I was looking at the numbers is 12 defensive runs saved, which is one of the higher marks, at that position in our top 50. So he gives you a lot more defensive value maybe than people realize, in addition to the great offensive numbers.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Joe Hill, just being a member of the JoJo Joes, will elevate his preparation.
I hope
JoJo
so.
Joes are nothing if not buttoned
We're just trying to develop young men.
Back to Kendall.
Many are saying.
Yeah, I'll go with Ace Reese here at third base. 4.18 WAR last year for Mississippi State. Just a power hitting machine. Give me Ace Reese.
Like that. Fitzy, that's to me now, right?
For 2, yep.
I'm bumping around this spreadsheet like it's my job. All right, so let's do. We got a lot of tabs. So first of all, I would like Brady Ballinger as one of my outfielders.
Speaking of
Kansas Jayhawk,
WAR
product
factories, 4.93 WAR last year, which is, it might be second to. It's up there. It's way up there.
Quite frankly, it's unacceptable. If he's not above 6 this year, we're gonna be very upset. Put him in the fabulous Roondogs development system, and come on, the world is our oyster here. All right, so Ballinger, but in all fairness, he is so fun. It's bat to ball, it's pure hit, it's power, it's him going to the outfield. He's a good time. All right, so I need one more stud here. Let's go.
And that, by the way, I'll buy you time. That Brady Ballinger from Kansas, first team preseason All-American for us. You put him at the DH spot, but he's going to play outfield this year.
Yeah, I was kind of a little bit, as I buy Runes a little more time. When we were doing our player rankings and saw him as a first team DH, I kind of shrugged a little bit and thought, that might be a little rich. And then you look at the numbers and you come to the conclusion that, actually, he was just that good last year.
Love it. All right. Fantasy tab. I know who we're taking. Let's just get a price. Goodness gracious. You have to be like an Excel programmer on this dang thing. I want at first base, give me Blake Cavell of Troy. Is that how you say it, boys? Cavell?
I think so.
Cavell?
Yeah.
Cavell?
Yeah, 4.13 WAR last year.
A lot of walks.
I want a Troy Troji. I want in on that. Let's jump in.
A lot of walks.
What was the price? We said 46.
That sounds right.
46 doll hairs.
All right, 46 American dollars.
Back to Kendall.
All right. This is a tough one. I'm going to go a little bit surprising here. I'm going to go with Noah Sullivan from Mississippi State, 19 points. Sullivan, by the way, had a 4.24 WAR last year for Mississippi State. Big time power. But with that WAR from last year, man, I feel like I'm getting a pretty good value here at 19 points for a guy with that high of a WAR.
Now, that's a tricky one because he's a two-way player, right? Kendall, you get him as a hitter or a pitcher, correct?
Correct. You do not get the WAR from both unless you make him your relief pitcher also, in which case you'd have to also pay the price for him as a pitcher.
Yeah,
starting
pitcher. Okay.
You probably just want him as a hitter, Kendall. Like he's probably not going to be. I think it's a perfectly defensible pick as a hitter.
Let's go with a hitter.
He's not going to factor in on the mound, really.
No.
Famous last words, but he's going to be a weekend guy now.
Yeah, right.
Lead the country in innings.
Yeah.
All right, we're on to Joe.
All right.
Don't you pick my pocket, Joe?
I don't think I will because you're already good at this position. So I'm going to go with Chris Hakopian for $48 as my shortstop. I'll admit that I don't necessarily love the defensive profile here, but I do think there's a non-zero chance he ends up somewhere other than shortstop, at which point that might end up helping a little bit. Ultimately, they're going to put him out as a shortstop, and I think he'll be fine. But that is my only area of a little bit of concern here. So for $48, I'll take Chris Hakopian from Texas A&M.
Excellent pick. I will breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief because my entire strategy was around getting Henry Ford in the third round. I didn't think I was going to have to reach in the first 2 rounds. I thought he would be there in round 3, and he is. I'm on record. He's my Golden Spikes Award sleeper pick. Third team All-American for us as a DH because we had Roman Martin also on that team. But all in on Henry Ford. He could lead the country in home runs. He's going to hit for a high average. I mean, he's playing in Knoxville, so I think he's just going to go bananas. People go there and hit. That's just what they do. And he's going to hit a lot. And he's playing third base, which gives me a little bit more defensive value than when he was in the outfield.
Like it.
Onward to Coach Seifert for 2. You can spare us the soliloquies this time and just get down to business.
Fitzy, what'd you play for Hank Ford? Sorry, what was that number?
Hank Ford was 46.
I would actually
47.
Speak for yourself, Aaron. I would like to see more of what's in Seif's library. Actually, I just want to. I'm kind of now. He's got me curious now.
Here we go.
You got the Cardinal way.
Right.
I spared you that last time around, but down to business. I went with Fitties. I'm modeling my new whatever I have here, my extra 2% after Fitty, and I thought Lucas Moore would last to the third round, so I'm going Lucas Moore here. Another 49er. Notice I've spent $49 at everybody, in case you're not paying attention, Fitty. But I think that may end. I don't see any 49 types I like so much. So I'm going to go with 48. And I'm going to stick in the outfield. I'm going to go down Texas A&M for Caden Sorrell.
Dang.
I'm sorry.
That is my next pick.
Kendall shops in Texas, so I apologize for that.
He does shop in Texas.
So,
sure.
Yeah, but I don't have a whole lot of
I don't have a Texan yet, by the way. Well, I guess Ace Reese is from Canton, Texas.
Next time Kendall goes into Buc-ee's, they're going to be glaring at him.
How was that, Fitty? I got down to business. Is that good?
I'll see you in a week.
No more ramble?
It's well done. Proud of you.
Thanks, sir.
Okay. Let's see here.
Goodness gracious, I can go get a sandwich in between picks. What the heck?
Calm down.
A hokey, if you will. We've got Wawa here in the triangle now, Runes.
Oh, see, now you've arrived.
It's happening. It's
all
What part of the triangle has the Wawa?
It's a little bit on the outskirts. I got to be honest with you. Like, it's further away than I'd like it to be.
Okay.
I've got a good one for you, boys. Need a first baseman. I'm not going to shop at the top of the market here. I'm going to shop in the middle of the market. And I'm going to go with Austin Irby from East Carolina. He is
he's a good player.
Emerging sophomore. Thank you. Really came on like gangbusters last year as a freshman. I think he's going to hit for average and power. He controls the zone about as many walks as strikeouts. And I'm getting him for $30. So I think that's a good value.
He was so fun in the regional, wasn't he? He was awesome.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right. Well, I'm going to continue shopping. It is me, right? I just want to make doubly sure before I just.
You're correct.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. I'm going to continue to shop at the let's call them the luxury aisles. I'm going to take Chris Rimbert to play second base.
Good pick.
A guy that how could you not be high on it based on the season he had last year? Had a great Team USA summer. Everything's kind of looking up on the Chris Rimbert front.
Stud.
I will soon have to start shopping not in the luxury aisles.
Amen.
Mr. Fitt, am I allowed to interrupt here?
Sure.
Are we allowed to draft a DH and put him anywhere since we don't have that as a position? Or how's it handled?
I think no. I think if he played enough out of position last year, I think you can do that. Otherwise, if a guy just played DH last year, I'm going to say no. Let's make it.
I'm strategizing here, so I need to look that up quick.
I mean, if he's listed at one of the positions on the power rankings, then even if he DH last year, then that's acceptable. But otherwise, if you're drafting from a guy who's not on any of the lists, I don't know, it's dicey.
Okay, all right, I will check into that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Onward to Big Tex.
Yeah, this one right here is just kind of a hunch. Skip Johnson is like 100% all in on this dude this year. And if Skip is this excited about somebody, he knows a little bit of something about pitching. I'm going to actually go with Cam Johnson as one of my starters. 11 points, $11.
Pretty good.
That's
almost
a bold
at the bottom.
play. I like it. Gonna start opening day for the Sooners.
Opening day, yeah. Come on, Cam. Make me proud, buddy. I know he's going to be listening.
To Rooney for 2.
All right. I will take for $49. Give me Harrison Feinberg of the Northeastern Huskies.
Yeah, that's a stat filler right there. I mean, speed, power, average, walks. He stole 37 bags, hit 18 bombs last year. That'll play.
And doesn't he have an interest? Like, I feel like he went to USC right away and then transferred back to Northeastern, something along those lines. Be that as it may.
He's been in Northeastern so long, I don't remember.
That's right.
That might be accurate.
It has been a moment. All right. So I got to pick. Let's fill out one more. Yeah, there's some fake news on some of these war things here now. You got to be careful. All right, but I know who I wanted to do here. So
you're right, by the way. He did indeed start at USC, redshirted in, I guess, 2022.
Love that. All right, let me just make sure my man's still on the board since we're working on. All right, let's do Roman Martin of UCLA at third base, please.
Yeah, really good war for him. I think it was like 4.24, something like that. I looked at him earlier.
And it was really about his second half. Like, his first half was fine, but like he went off in the second half. Let's do that twice, Roman.
All right, back to Kendall.
48 was my price there, Fitzy. Does that sound right?
That's correct.
Yes. Yep.
All right, Joe, move over the bargain bin, please.
I'll slide over so you can read. You know how you go to play, and you just got to reach into a metal bin and sift through things. That's what Runes and I are going to spend the next hour doing.
I'm looking at Joe. Are you going to buy that lime green sweater for $1, or can you put it back on the rack, please?
You shop into the Jack DeLongchamp store with Jake
goodness.
Mintz.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, Thesaurus Jake.
Back to Kendall. Right? Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to go with a guy I absolutely love. I think he's going to have a huge offensive year. He's obviously extremely talented defensively. I'm going to go with Kentucky shortstop Tyler Bell
Yeah.
for 47 points. I think he's going to have a
play.
monster year.
I'm with you.
I might need to get out of the SEC a little bit here, guys. Outside of my man Burris. Might be # Homer.
He was awesome last year. Like, I feel like
really
I'm very
was.
skeptical of the kids that are high picks and then don't sign, and then when they actually back it up and play awesome, it's so fun. I was that way with Dylan Cruz too. Like, maybe I need to change.
It's interesting. I was talking to a couple of SEC coaches when I was doing the SEC preview, and they were saying that they thought like he would be the best player in the conference this year.
Wow,
like him and
I
Curiel.
love that.
So
That's
On
something.
to Joe.
All right. I am checking one thing here quickly. Okay. I am going to go way off. It's on the board, but it's way down low. For outfield for $1, I'm going to take Conlon Daniel from Cincinnati.
There you go.
Ooh.
A Wright State to Cincinnati transfer who last year had almost 2 WAR, but he only played 36 games. Now he's going to Cincinnati, and he's a perfect Jordan Bischel player. He gets on base a ton. He steals bases. And I'm going to bet if he starts 56 games and he's projected to be their starting center fielder, he's going to steal a whole bunch of bases and have a 400-something on base percentage. And it's just going to be a really good value play.
Excellent.
Conlon Daniel.
Nice work.
2 first names,
right.
Conlon Daniel.
Is
Maybe
Conlon
one
first
first
name?
name. in
Well,
reverse.
it is for him. I mean, it is literally his first name.
I don't know. I'm not buying it.
I did
I'm
have to
gonna go
look
the
at their
opposite.
roster a couple times to make sure it was not in reverse order, and he was not Daniel Conlon.
I'm going to go in the opposite direction and take a $50 outfielder. How is Derek Curiel still out there? I mean, maybe it's just, I guess the reason I didn't take him earlier was how much power is he going to hit for? He had 7 home runs last year. I think it's coming. And even with just 7 home runs last year, he had a 4+ WAR, with a lot of doubles and walks. Give me a guy who's going to have a lot of walks and hit for a high average, hit a ton of doubles. He's going to hit, I think, 15 home runs as a sophomore. He's going to play center field, boosting his defensive run saved value. And he's awesome. And he's a fit dog, baby. And a little bonus for a guy that's going to play deep into June. Give me some more WAR with more games. Our producer Pat James points out that Curiel went undrafted as a freshman last year.
Well, always overlooked that Derek Curiel. No one ever
Those
does.
LSU guys always get overlooked.
For sure. On to the Seif Dogs for 2.
All right, first pick. I'm going to go, Kendall has his own sources in Oklahoma, and I got my own source too, but this is a man crush, kind of like what we have. Fitt always has that man crush, and Rooney has one on Roman Martin this year. So I kind of got a man crush on Camden Johnson. I spoke about him the other day with Johnson & Johnson. So for $43, Camden Johnson would be my third baseman. And I'm going to stay local here. I'm going to go on the cheap side because I'm not prepared to go down the list much. Actually, I am. You know what? I don't want anybody else to have this guy, so I better grab him here. My first baseman, I'm going to go with Johnny Sweeney from USC Upstate.
Ooh,
Uncle Johnny.
nice.
First base DH.
There you go.
So, and I think he's just a dollar store guy. So, yeah, there we go.
No relation to Sydney or Seif?
No, if there were, he'd have been my first pick.
So great.
Well played.
Finally feeling healthy, Johnny Sweeney. This guy who's had a lot of career. Last year was playing with, I believe, a wrist injury in the Clemson Regional and still managed to hit a home run.
Oh, he was $16, huh? Okay, I didn't see him on this.
He's the one guy that decided to stick around at Upstate because it feels like every single team preview I do, there's a transfer from Upstate.
They're all over the place.
He's going to rake it Upstate again this year. So There we go.
Okay. All right. It's to me, and I'm going to save some money here. I've been banging the drum for Cade Elam since the fall. It's a true freshman, guys. I'm taking a true freshman second baseman from Louisville, Cade Elam. I just think it's just a can't miss bat. I've said that before about guys that have missed, but this guy's not gonna. He's actually also a lot more athletic than you think. He's a physical guy. He's going to hit for average in power, but I think he also runs and plays a good second base. So I'm tickled with this pick.
That's a good pick, Fitty. See, this is what you separates you is the pick of Cade Elam. Yeah. Well done.
Thank you. Back to Joe.
So my strategy has largely been based on playing it a little bit safe thus far with high dollar players or low dollar players, guys I know are going to produce, barring unless we have injuries and guys lower dollars. I'm going to play it in between here and take a little bit of a risk at first base. Yep, I'm making sure the dollar figure is correct. Yes, at first base I'm going to take Ethan Surawick from Florida. For $29. I felt like that was actually a reasonable value given the breakout potential that we've all seen with him. Obviously coming off a huge Northwoods League summer. I said this on the Highway to Hoover podcast. Like, go look at his numbers from the Northwoods League in the summer. And like, I get that you can nitpick like how good is the pitching in that league, really, but I don't really care who was pitching against him with the numbers he had. It's impressive. So I'm going to bet on the breakout there for Surowick.
Oh.
Good work. And we go back to Kendall.
All right, I'm going to play a little 4D chess here and take a Fitt favorite as my second baseman. That is AJ Singer from Oregon State for 23 points. How about this from AJ, guys? A WAR well over 3 last year and a defensive mark of 13.09.
Yeah, that's the kind of a driving force behind his WAR for sure. Great defender, but also he can hit. He gets on
Can
base.
really hit.
Not going to give you a lot of power, but he'll help you in a lot of other ways.
Yeah, I remember early last year when we saw him in Round Rock, like when Oregon State was struggling, like he was literally the only guy hitting. So, yeah, just a really nice player and very high bar fight meter. That factors into my thinking as well.
Excellent. Back to Coach Rooney for Dose.
Okay, so let me get to my list here. So the Fabulous Roondogs have not been very good on the mound. We've had, we just have not pitched it very well, which is very on brand for my Sun Devil heritage. So let's do Cam Fluky for 50.
Hey now, first pitcher is off the board. I was going to remind people you are allowed to take pitchers.
Runes, I have just out of curiosity, like just an opinion here. Like I don't ever want you running my pro organization. You have 8 points left or $8 left.
Yeah, that's the strategy. Stars and scrubs. We're going stars and then $1 players.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of scrubs at $8 left.
It's all right.
I feel the need to jump in and say that players at the bottom of our top 50 list, not in fact scrubs. Very good college players.
Let's have that
for
clarifier. Let's see, Joe. That's very smart business-wise.
Yep.
And very good players on our list.
If I were to take a player not on the list, that for $1, I would just have to clear that name positionally with you guys, right? Just so I'm not
correct. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, minimize the shenanigans.
Yeah.
All right, so I need to take one more player. Need somebody offensive. Clearly,
I'll go get a sandwich now.
We could be going there. All right, let's do this. Let's get on board. Give me I would like Matthew Graveline of West Virginia. He's a senior and had good numbers at Ohio State and offensive place. Let's go, Matthew Graveline.
Cool pick.
I think Seif will appreciate me hopping in and correcting Rooney on this. I believe it is pronounced Gravelin.
Oh, you're right.
Thank you.
You are absolutely right.
I got
Joe.
you, Seif. I got you.
Thank you.
Well done.
Eat it, Runes.
See, that's what happens. People in glass houses.
Good stuff. Back to Kendall.
All right. So I got to protect myself a little bit, right? I got Cam Johnson as one of my starting pitchers. We all know the history there. So I'm going to go with Dax Whitney as one of my starting pitchers.
$50. $50 player,
50,
right?
yeah.
One of our top tier pitchers. The top 4 pitchers are all $50, just to remind people. Well done, Joe.
I'm gonna go into the bargain bin here, but I think there's a lot of value to be had here. I'm gonna take Cole Lehman from Lehigh for $2.
Oh,
sorry,
how dare you!
Got to take a Lehigh guy. Injured last year, only started about 7 games. High strikeout guy. Walk rate's a little bit higher than you'd like it to be. At least it was last year, but I believe that was the case. But a guy with some track record. He's a guy who's a real prospect when he's healthy. So for $2, I'm going to take Cole Lehman.
Joe, did you not read any of the Lafayette signs that I sent you about Lehigh?
The propaganda, if you will.
Propaganda.
Yeah. Yeah, Rune sent me some like Soviet era propaganda, anti-Lehigh stuff.
That rivalry, the bed sheet out of the Lafayette door, my favorite one. Even Jesus left Bethlehem. Let's go.
All right.
EY.
I am on the clock, and I've got a good little mid-major joker that I feel okay about. I'm going to go with for my catcher, Mason Strong from Utah Valley. This is a guy that, put up numbers last year. Hit 366, 19 doubles, 11 bombs, even stole 12 bags. So he fills it up. And, it's an offensive environment. That league is an offensive environment. And the reports are that he's improved defensively since last year. And so I'm expecting more. He was actually a negative defensive runs saved player last year, so we're going to need to improve that. But I'm trusting the reports. It sounds like the blocking is better, the receiving, the whole thing. So they also said he's added some strength and is going to put up more power numbers. So I'm banking on a mid-major producer here at catcher.
Fitzy, he's my WAC preseason player of the year. Like the numbers are bonkers. Yeah.
WAC preseason player of the year, and I'm getting him for 14. So I think that's a fantastic pick by me.
Don't mess him up.
I'll try not to. On to Seifert 2.
All right, I'm following the Fitt strategy in case you guys are wondering. I'm going to save the pitching for last because I think that's what you do in where the pitching is so undervalued. So you may start to find a theme here because I got to switch strategy. For my next pick, I'm going to fill my position players. I'm going to go with shortstop Caleb Johnson from Jacksonville State, senior shortstop, can really pick it. He's got some pop. And he's only $1, I believe. Yeah. And then I'm going to fill my outfield with Fighting Irish Davis Johnson from Notre Dame for 7. I know he's a 7 spot. So,
nice.
And I'll be back next round for some pitching.
Yeah.
To seal the victory.
You are indeed following the Fitt playbook. And accordingly, I was going to save some money at outfield because there's a lot of good outfielders I like, but I just cannot abide leaving Zion Rose out there.
No.
I mean, he's too good. I can't pass. I'm going to spend $48 of my remaining $58. Bring in Zion Rose. I'm crushing poor Coach Healy. He's got his head in his hands for you punch off this. I mean, come on. The guy's a monster. He's gotten dramatically better each year, and he was great as a freshman. But, I mean, my gosh, last year it was hit for power and speed, stole 31 bags, hit 13 home runs, 16 doubles. And the best is yet to come. He's an absolute physical freak. He's going to have a huge year. What a great pick.
Love the self-affirmation.
On to poor Joe Healy.
On to me. Yeah.
Poor Joe Healy.
I like to imagine Aaron does those affirmations like, what was the SNL character, Stuart Smalley?
Yeah, that's the guy.
The mirror? Yeah. Okay. Well, we're pivoting. People bounce back. Okay.
Pivot.
I'm back. I was going to fill out my outfield with Zion Rose, as you might have perceived. I'm going to go with Jake Brown of LSU for $46. I'm going to already a nice player, but going to bet on even more in the tank this year.
That's a really good pivot, Joe. Well done.
Doing my best. Thank you, Seif.
Agreed. He people loved him as a freshman. There's a star player in there.
And his numbers already were better, I think, than a lot of people realized last year, Runes. He was already a really nice player last year.
I almost felt like freshman year, and Kendall, you might have written this up, but it was like people just couldn't decide if Jake Brown was going to be a star hitter or a star pitcher.
Yeah, he was a really good pitcher out of high school. And, I mean, yeah, when I saw him as a freshman, obviously it hasn't turned out that way just yet, but, I mean, he gave me, as a freshman, gave me the same vibes that, Dylan Cruz did his first freshman fall that I was over in Baton Rouge. He was special. I think the first time I saw him in the fall, I think the scrimmage I was at, he went 4 for 4 with 6 RBIs, 2 doubles. It was impressive.
Excellent. Back to Kendall.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. I think I'm going to solidify my rotation a little bit more. I'm going to go with a guy who I thought last year was one of the most consistent pitchers in college baseball. Not necessarily the most strikeouts to walks, but I mean, was one of the more consistent guys in the country. And that's my man, steady Luke Harrison at Texas for 37 points. What you see is what you get with Luke. He's my ultimate security blanket. So I get dominant arm, risky arm, then like he's my Sunday guy. Like I know what he's going to give me.
Kendall zagging when the rest of us zig. The only guy spending, I guess Rooney spent $50 on Fluky, with the rest of us not investing much in starting pitching. But Kendall has spent 50 on Whitney and 37 on Harrison. So investing in the starting pitch.
Love that. Fitzy, so it's 2 for me, right?
Yep.
Okay, so Fitzy, just so you're emotionally ready for this, your 4-peat is about to disappear.
Oh.
The fabulous Rune Dogs at catcher for $3 are taking Matt Quintanar for Texas Tech. He's going to go off. I guarantee you that's going to be the value play of the draft. And what was already a dominant offense. That dude's, I'm just going to say.
Dominant offense? Tech?
The Rune Dogs. And
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Texas Tech.
But I'll tell you, Kendall, now you bring it up. Between Quintanar and Lincoln Garcia and Robin Villeneuve and Logan Hughes, I think Tech's offense is going to be the best one they've had in several years. Very bullish, and they're old. Yeah, and Quintanar's a star. Like that, I'm telling you, he's over 15 home runs for sure for me.
For sure.
Yep, bank it. Mortgage your house and bet on Matt Quintanar.
Don't go that. Just as a disclaimer, do not mortgage your house.
Yeah.
On that.
Past performance does not, foretell future results.
Some poor guy in
I'm
Texas just mortgaged his home on that prediction.
Some people in Cut and Shoot, Texas now mortgaging their home.
Cut and Shoot's about 11 hours from Lubbock, buddy. Tahoka's about 20.
Oh, okay.
20
hours? 20 minutes?
No, 20 minutes.
Hadn't had the pleasure of either place. All right, so I need a $1 fill in the blank. It's going to be all $1 from now on.
It's a $1 something.
Yeah, I need to mortgage my house to fill out the rest of this roster. Seif, do you do same day out of state payday loans? Seif, do you?
We can arrange something.
Just call 877 cash now.
I'm not judging. I just need some capital.
Are you going to draft TP Wentworth?
Is that sponsorship? No, see, they haven't paid for a sponsorship, so you can't say their name.
I said TP Wentworth. That's TP. Is that your pick?
No, I'm gonna go. I need another starting pitcher. So give me Josh Volmerding.
You can't even say his name. You can't have
Volmerding. Thank you.
Oh,
Kendall.
I wanted this one.
That old dinger.
That's my next pick. That hurts, Coach Rooney.
Yeah.
You're a bad guy.
Yeah. Parade in Rune Dog Town.
Let's go. I listen. So I saw this guy when I went out to Poly last year for the Irvine series, and I'll tell you what, as they put in their report about him, the coaches, he is a lot better than that 6 ERA he had last year. This guy's talented. He's a 6'4" lefty whose velocity is ticked up. I think he was averaging 93 this fall. Touches some sixes, little cutter slider. Like he made 17 starts last year, gave you a lot of innings, a strikeout per inning. Like it's a great pick. I'm angry with you, Coach Rudy.
Like it. Now I'll be over on the side converting people into a starting pitcher and a relief pitcher.
We're just going to try to teach a position player a knuckleball just to see what happens.
Everyone over here, drop your arm slot. Let's go.
All right, on to Kendall.
Oh, boy.
Love that.
That's a confident guy right there.
So I have 14. I have 14 points left here, or $14. Excuse me. Okay. Boy, oh boy. I'll tell you what. I'll use 12 of the 14 and get some stability behind the plate. There are very few players in college baseball I love more than Jose Torres at Louisiana. Just a consummate leader, a hard-nosed guy, really good defender. Needs to be a little bit more offensive at times, but give me Jose Torres as a catcher.
So the problem with that pick is it only leaves you $2 with 3 spots to fill. So I'm going to have to nix the Jose Torres pick. Try again.
Good job, Kamish. I like it.
I mean, tell you what, give me Zach Skinner, UCF. He's a nice player.
There you go. And we go to Joe.
Yeah, he was really good at his previous stop.
That's a $4 player. You can actually afford him, so well done.
Thank you.
Shots fired, Sebastian Pisacreta, the player under Jose Torres. Kendall looked down and was like, nah, you can go learn further down this. Let's see. Okay. Let me get the dollar figure here. For $5, I'm going to go at starting pitcher with Landon Stump from UCLA.
Stumping it.
Just a guy who I think, especially with the possibility of Angel Cervantes being in the UCLA rotation as a freshman, like having a steady Eddie guy like that for UCLA, I think they're going to want to continue to have him in the rotation. I'm just betting on him throwing a bunch of innings and being super solid. This is not going to be like a WAR bonanza for me, but I think it's a good value for somebody who's proven it. Like, he was a guy for a College World Series team last year. So for $5, I'll take it.
Well, you know who was a guy for a national champion last year is make sure I get this right. Yeah, Blake Gillespie from Charlotte led the Fitt Dogs to glory. I got him for $8, and he turned in 3 WAR as a starting pitcher. All-American for me last year. I'm going to go back the same well, guys. I'm bringing in a Charlotte arm who transferred in to be their number 1 starter, much like Gillespie last year. This time it is Drew Munn, $2. Guy was, he's been a workhorse at Central Connecticut, but velocity is ticking up. I think he's up to 97 this fall. I don't know if that's what you saw when you were there, Joe. But I like the reports, and I believe now in the track record for these Charlotte coaches bringing in these, the Wyatt Hudepols and the Blake Gillespies and these transfer guys, and then really getting them to click. And I think this is going to be the next guy. So we go to Coach Seifert for 2.
All right, I got to go with my favorite guy in the entire draft, an undervalued guy. I can't believe he's still here, and I've saved just enough money for him. I'm going to go with Luke McNeely of the Florida Gators for $33. So I think I have like $5 left, and I'm going to spend $1 on my closer reliever. I'm going with Charlie Krebs from Marshall. What a year this guy had last year. He over almost 1.5 more as a reliever. So I don't think I can go wrong there. Charlie Krebs for $1, please.
Yeah. Good work.
I guess he has a heavy fastball too, so even better.
All right. I'm going to go with another cheap $1 pitcher here. This was a Bradley Smart special. Bradley wanted to make sure we got this guy in the power rankings. Zach Konstantinovsky, the Mad Russian, we're calling him. He's a redshirt sophomore right-hander at Rutgers. Had Tommy John, missed last season, but he was a Sunday starter as a freshman 2 years ago, so there is some track record here. Bradley, really high on this guy. I think our guy Shotgun likes him as well. Up in Jersey, it's 4-seam sinker, cutter, slider, changeup, kitchen sink, and it's control and maturity. I like it. Number 1 starter for Buck for a power conference team. So I'm happy with this pick. The Mad Russian for $1. And we go to Joe.
Weird repertoire for the Konstantinovsky guy. Like, saw him on the Cape, and it was just a total kitchen sink array of pitches. He was kind of fun to watch pitch. Nice. Okay, so it is on to me, and I'm going to take for $1. I'm going to take Max Knight as a reliever from Missouri State. Pat, he is off the board on reliever, but he's $1. Two-way player for Missouri State, but it's big time stuff, big time breaking ball. He also threw a bunch of innings last year, threw like 47 1/3 innings last year for Missouri State. So I'm kind of hoping they use him in a similar role this year, where it's a multi-inning reliever guy and he can pile up some strikeouts for me.
Excellent. To Kendall.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a $1 guy here, and I'm gonna go with a freshman, kind of the same mold as Katie Elam. I'm gonna go with Boston Kellner at A&M. As an outfielder, he can play anywhere. Utility guy.
Excellent.
Not a pitcher though.
All right, back to Coach Rooney for 2.
2, and then does this wrap it? Is this the end?
No, I still have one. I still have 2 more.
Yeah. It's that. This will be Coach Rooney's last 2, though, I believe.
Oh no, I still need a.
Right? Oh no,
You still need a second
I'll be
baseman.
the final singular pick of the draft.
Correct.
Got it.
That's right.
Okay. And let me just get to the fantasy page here and make sure that these guys are not on here. All right. I know my reliever. I'm going to take Josh Butler of Arizona State. I think he is a key to their season, and kind of low WAR last year, but I think he's going to be a swing guy that could be. So it's off the board, Pat, I believe, right? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the mounds, I want to get invested in one of these teams that we're like excited about. Not in an offensive ballpark, though. Give me. Is Ethan Calder on the list, or he is off the board of Baylor? Off the board, right?
I think he is off the board. He is off the board, correct?
Yeah, I will take Ethan Calder of Baylor, 4-year starter, came in as an outfielder, rack up, give me some innings and keep it fair, Mr. Calder.
Very good. We go back to Kendall.
I had a Baylor Bear last year, Enzo Apodaca.
Oh, Enzo?
I had Enzo. He was
that
fine.
guy.
Yeah, he was a good rune dog.
A good rune dog.
He was.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll go with for. Sorry, I was going back. How many points is that guy? Sorry, I'm scrolling up. Damn it, that guy's 9 points. Give me, just because he's a really good athlete, they think he's going to make a pretty big impact for them. Assuming he's healthy, Jordan Taylor from Coastal for 7.
Yeah. I like that pick. I thought about all 3 Coastal outfielders. Blake and Pato, one of my favorite breakout guys, but also Dean Mijos, I think, could have a good year. But Taylor, I mean, he's proven performer at Stetson last year, power and speed. If he just cuts down that swing and miss a little bit, he's a dynamic athlete. So good pick. Joe?
I am going to take, in honor of the late Ozzy Osbourne, one of my favorite musical performers, I'm going to take Joe Sabbath from Rhode Island.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Or as I call him, the Iron Man.
I hope he's Jewish.
Legitimately though, like on a regional team, he was a very important piece for them. Saw him over the summer on the Cape and really liked him. And the stuff is good. They're moving him to the rotation. Bradley Smart will undoubtedly co-sign this pick. He's big on the Joe Sabbath train, so feel good about it overall. And mostly just that I got a good joke off. That's really honestly what it's all about.
Really,
yes.
really the key.
Jonas Salk is still available at second base. Just
Jonas
throwing
Salk
that out
is
there.
still available. That's true.
How does practice of medicine affect war, Fitzy? Can I get a ruling?
Yeah, we'll get back to you on that. I'm also going to keep riding the Bradley Smart train because he's the smartest baseball guy I've ever met, I think. My God, this guy. He's vouching for Colin Fitzgerald, Penn State, transfer from Maine. Shout out Chris Gennaro, former Black Bear, where he was a workhorse for him last year. Threw 88 innings, made 14 starts, struck out 78. Walk rate a little higher than we'd like, but he sounds like he is on the rise. 91, 94 fastball, got slider change, 2 strikes this fall with movement on that, big breaking ball. And plus we need a guy named Fitz for the Fitt dogs. So I think he fits the Fitz dogs.
See what you did there.
Colin Fitzgerald, $4. That was a stretch, guys. Not my best work. On to Seif.
All right. I got 2 spots left in the rotation. Some good names here for $1 because I don't have much more to spend. But I really want Tate McGuire from Arkansas, but I'm not sure how much he's going to pitch. So WAR is a counting stat. And so I'm going to pass on Mr. McGuire. And I'm going to get a guy I saw this fall for Troy. His name is Benjamin Stubbs for $1. Mid-90s lefty, transferred from a D2 Flagler college. He's now at Troy. And if there's somebody who can get the best out of this guy, it's Skylar Meade. So Benjamin Stubbs for $1. And then I'm going to follow that up with another lefty I saw from Ball State, He'll be their ace, Keegan Johnson. So I'm going back to the last name Johnson there. When in doubt,
Savvy.
I'm going Johnson and Johnson. So there we go. That's a wrap. Two $1 left-handed starters to wrap it up.
Love it.
Outstanding work. I'm looking for somebody who's going to be a high volume reliever with my last pick. I've got 3 to spend, and this was by design because I had my eye on this guy. I wish I knew how to pronounce his name. We're just going to go with it.
I can help you.
What do you got on Bodie Rahe? I'm going to say Bodie Rahe. It could be Bodie Ray, Rahe. Kansas. This guy threw 66 innings last year at Kirkwood Junior College, so we know he can give you some work. And it was 97 strikeouts in those 66 innings. He was a starter last year, but he's going to be, I think, the kind of stopper role for Kansas. They expect him to be in the game when it matters most. It's threw some 95s this fall. Filled up the zone. He's got a banger breaking ball. Pretty excited about this one, guys. I think this could be a league winner.
How do you spell that last name again?
Rahe. Bodie Rahe?
I'll remain silent.
Kirkwood Juco. Isn't that your beat, Seif? No, your beat.
No, your
That's
beats.
why I was trying to put it together here, but don't know that beat.
All right.
Oh, there he is. All right.
So I left $1 on the table, but didn't need it.
Got to take
On
the
to you,
guys
Joe.
you want.
That's right.
You could buy yourself a can of soda with that $1.
Here we go.
Don't mean to rush you guys, but I did say 57 minutes of heaven, and we're right at that mark. So let's.
Okay.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
I happen to have $4 left, and it's kind of funny when this works out that you actually find a $4 player that you really want. It was a guy I eyed before the draft. So as my final pick at outfield, I'm going to take AJ Nessler from Pittsburgh. A Pitt to UCF to Pitt transfer. He was with Pitt last year and had a really solid year, starting center fielder for him. So I think it's one of those guys that's going to give me a little bit of everything for them. So for $4, I will take it. AJ Nessler.
Love it.
Don't call me Brad.
AJ Nessler sounds like he works on our finance team, or is he the VP of sales? I can't remember.
Yeah, something like that.
Very business name.
He's got a big title. We know that.
He does have a big
No doubt.
title.
Speaking of big titles, co-owner Kendall Rogers, you're on the clock.
Only have 2 points, so I'm just going to pick somebody off the board. Give me Brett Crossland from Texas.
I can't believe he went with a Texan off the board.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about this guy, Kendall?
You know what? I saw him in the fall. It's a very physical frame. I mean, it was
Large
up to
human.
96, 97 in the fall for Texas. It's an electric arm, and he's going to have a lot of innings. I bet I bet at the end of the day, I bet he'll end up being kind of their guy that comes in right before Thomas Burns. So he's electric. man. He's
Famous
really
high school arm in Phoenix, Kendall. So, I don't mean to call you out, but the big Texas are faux Texans. That's kind of like fake Texas.
good. Yeah, I mean they have several freshman arms I could have picked. Like Michael Winter's really good. Sam Cozart from North Carolina is really good. So keep an eye on those guys.
Love it.
Who's Mr. Irrelevant, Coach Rooney, other than you?
Yeah. All right. This is fun. So I need a second sacker, and I need it to be $1. And there are 3 players that, and by the way, if you're listening, the player I'm about to take, we view you as a $50 player. It's the stupid rules of this game that make us only pay you $1, but we view you as a $50 player, maybe even a $51 player. So Cody Kashimoto is the second baseman at St. Mary's. That's 5'7" switch hitter, absolute energy guy. I'm officially nominating him from the All Fit team, Fitzy, if you could please jot that name down.
Yeah.
Tim Dickinson is the second baseman at St. Joe's, and we know the Hawk will never die. He's also from he's a Malvern Prep grad. #winners win. So there's that. And then Grady Mee, who is the son of my college teammate Corey Mee, is now transferred to Kent State, playing for Jeff Duncan, who we coached. So these 3 players are all in that same grouping, and I need to select one. Go ahead.
Well, no, while you're thinking about that, Runes, how in the world did you let Tay Davis not get drafted?
It was a
No
business
respect for the
decision.
Friars.
Yeah, it was
Unbelievable.
two-way player, but
Fake with a PH. Melbourne
Friar.
fan. Mike Rooney.
Well, see, here's the
Okay.
thing. I don't want to put the curse of the Roondogs on players that I
Yeah.
like, which is why I'm tempted to take Grady Me off the table. I don't want to do that to the Me family.
That's
And
spirit.
Yeah, that's a spirit, right? That's positive thinking right there. Brian Kane's about to slap me in the face. So you know what I'm going to do? Give me Tim Dickinson, because he's a Malvern guy. He can take it. He grew up an Eagles fan. He knows what it's like to power through negativity. So I'm taking Tim Dickinson of St. Joe's. He's $1, right? He's off the board.
That's
Big
right.
Nick Foles guy.
Philly special. Let's go.
Too soon. All right. Great stuff. Do we have everybody have time to do a very, very quick recap of our teams here if we wrap?
Yeah, you want me to go first? We'll go in draft
ahead.
order, Fitzy?
Go ahead. Yep.
Matt, catcher for the Fabulous Roondogs, Matt Quintanar of Texas Tech. That will be the draft winner. First base of the Troy Trojans, Blake Cavill. Second base, Tim Dickinson of St. Joe's. Third base, Roman Martin of UCLA. Shortstop, I got the whole left side of their infield. Shortstop, Rock Chalowski, UCLA. Here we go. Outfield, Brady Ballinger of Kansas. Harrison Feinberg of Northeastern. Matthew Gravelin. Joe, did I get it?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
West Virginia.
Count it.
On the mound, Cam Fluke of Coastal, Josh Volmerding of Cal Poly, Ethan Calder of Baylor, Josh Butler of Arizona State, my other league winner, as my reliever.
If we can't pronounce Volmerding with more conviction, then you just don't deserve him. You just don't deserve him.
Well, that's
The ship has
unfortunate.
sailed, Fitt. It's your own fault.
That's right. You did it, not me.
On to Kendall. Me.
Yeah, sorry. So my team here, Zach Skinner from UCF behind the plate. I've got Big Bopper Noah Sullivan from Mississippi State at first base. I've got AJ Singer, one of the leaders of in defensive replacement with 23, or I paid 23 for him. I got Ace Reese at third base from Mississippi State. I've got Tyler Bell from Kentucky up the middle at shortstop. I've got Drew Burris from Georgia Tech, one of the Player of the Year candidates, one of my outfield spots. I've got a freshman at Texas A&M and Boston Kellner, and then the super athletic Jordan Taylor from Coastal, rounding out my outfield. And then my starters and relievers, Cam Johnson from Oklahoma, a potential breakout pick there per Skip Johnson. Dax Whitney, a proven commodity at Oregon State. Luke Harrison, a proven commodity at Texas. Then relief pitcher, a freshman by the name of Brett Crossland, who's going to have a pretty big role for the Horns this year in Max Wiener's pitching staff.
Kendall, I don't know how you're going to do, but the bar fight meter on that team is very high.
We're ready to fight, dude.
Yeah.
We're ready to
Like
fight.
that. I'm not sure how that affects war, but God bless you. Bless your hearts.
I'm just, you know what? Next year, since we don't know the rules that Fitzy plays by sometimes, I'll just create my own bar fight meter, and that'll go into the formula. I'll see if Bradley Smart can put that in there. I'll just label every player in college baseball the bar fight meter ranking.
Hashtag allegations.
Yeah.
Fitzy, you up?
No, it's Coach Healy.
Oh,
It
Coach
is
Healy,
me.
sorry.
Yeah, at catcher, I've got Ryder Helfrich of Arkansas. At first base, Ethan Surawick from Florida.
Sturwick.
Chris Rimbert at second base. He's from Auburn. My third baseman is Daniel Cuvée from Miami. My shortstop is Chris Hakopian from Texas A&M. My outfielders are Conlon Daniel from Cincinnati, Jake Brown of LSU, and AJ Nessler of Pittsburgh. My starting pitchers are Cole Lehman from Lehigh. Ooh, I'm fighting it. Landon Stump from UCLA, and Joe Sabbath from Rhode Island. My reliever is Max Knight from Missouri State.
Joe, can you introduce Cuvée doing the J-Row voice?
Oh, yeah. Now batting for the Hurricanes, number 14, Daniel Cuvée.
Yes. Oh, thank you. That's
Yeah,
well
sure.
done.
It's not as good as the old Fullerton guy, though.
Cal State Fullerton Titan.
Yeah, that was
is
great.
good.
Yeah, one of my favorites. Onward to the Fit Dogs, guys. Just to shed a little light on the strategy here. The secret for the Fit Dogs is we crush our up the middle stars. Last year it was Mason White, Drew Burris combining for about 10 WAR, and then we crushed our mid-major evaluations. Last year we got Ryan Weidman for 14. He gave me 4.3 WAR, and our two pitchers from the mid-major ranks, Blake Gillespie and Zane Arnold, spent a combined $10, and they gave me 6+ WAR. You got to crush those mid-major evaluations. You got to crush your cheap pitcher evaluations, and that's what we've done again. We start with Mason Strong, Utah Valley, mid-major and up the middle. Checks a lot of boxes behind the plate. Austin Irby at East Carolina, nice mid-value pick there at first base. Cade Elam, a $2 star freshman that we're really believing in this year. At second base, Henry Ford, of course, talked about that a lot. Might win the Golden Spikes Award. He'll play third base for the Fitt Dogs. Justin LeBron at Alabama. I didn't have the option to take Chalowski or Burris, but I think I got the next best thing with Justin LeBron and AJ Gracia and Derek Curiel. My God, this team is loaded. And then you throw in Zion Rose. I spent big in the outfield with Gracia, Curiel, and Rose. That trio accounted for about 150, about half my budget, just those three guys, and then Ford and LeBron as well, big ticket items. So then we save some money in the mound. Drew Munn, the next Blake Gillespie for $2, Friday night starter for Charlotte. The Mad Russian, Zach Konstantinovsky at Rutgers for $1, Friday night starter there. Another Big Ten Friday night starter, Colin Fitzgerald at Penn State. We spent $4 on him and rounded it out with Bodie Rahe, stopper from Kansas, JUCO transfer, who's going to be a high-volume stopper. Very excited about the squad once again.
Crush your mid-major evaluations. Words to live by, Seif.
Yeah, well, for the record, his Ryan Weidman mid-major evaluation was not his, but Jackson Lynn from Tulane was his mid-major.
Oh, hurtful.
Oh,
just go look at the wars, please, for those evaluations.
A part of the recipe though is to trust the intelligent people around you. I trusted Bradley Smart this year. Last year, I put some trust in Coach Seifert, and you steered me to the Weidman train. The tip of the cap to you, sir, but you got to follow your own advice. Take the play.
Yeah, I directly rewarded you. I will never do that again. I promise. Okay, so
we have a ruling real quick, Seif. Again, I will stand in here and give another ruling on a last name. I looked it up. It is Bodie Ray is the way his name is pronounced.
I suggested that as a possibility.
Even better.
Kansas has a one of those little things where you can hit play and the player says his name, which is always super helpful. So shout out to Brandon Perrell at KU Athletics.
Absolutely.
Did we ever figure out the correct pronunciation of Valanciunas, Valencius? Which one are we going with?
Valencius.
Yeah.
Because the brothers pronounced it differently. One at Illinois and one at Virginia, and they pronounced it differently. So, okay.
Yeah, Valencius, or I think the Virginia one had said Valencius, the other one said Valencius, but I guess we settled on Valencius. So there you go.
Because when I go to Illinois baseball games and it announced Valencius, I was very confused, as you can well imagine. So, okay, around the horn for the Johnnies. I'm calling my team the Johnnies because we have a lot of Johnsons and Johnnies and Johns. So here we go. Round third base, we're going with Camden Johnson from Oklahoma. My shortstop is Caleb Johnson from Jacksonville State.
So good.
Second base, Jaron Advin. Help me.
Avincula.
Jaron Advincula from Georgia
Decidedly
Tech.
not a Johnson.
Gonna put up huge numbers in that park, in that conference. Just cannot wait. The Cal transfer. At first base, we're going with Johnny Sweeney from USC Upstate. And let's see here. What did I forget? Behind the plate. Another Georgia Techian, Von Lackey, behind the plate. Into the outfield, we're going to go with I Catch Everything. Lucas Moore from Louisville. Caden Sorrell, Texas A&M. And Davis Johnson from Notre Dame. And then on the bump, my ace, Luke McNeely from Florida. A couple left-handed starters, and Ben Stubbs from Troy and Keegan Johnson from Ball State. And then in the pen, we're going with everyday Charlie Krebs from Marshall. That is a winner right there, baby.
God, 4 Johnsons and a Johnny is impressive.
Take a seat. I had them lined up. I had Andrew Johnson from USC as my reliever. I had who else? I had several other Johnsons ready to roll if I needed them, but I wanted Jonathan Mendez as my second baseman. I just ran out of money, and the Georgia Tech guy that I'm not going to say his last name was there. So yeah, I had a lot of other options here.
I think you might have caught a break in that. I think Keegan Johnson was actually not supposed to be a $1 player, but since it didn't get caught in the moment, we're not going to make you redraft. But in case you're listening at home, you're like, hey, wait a minute, Keegan Johnson's 168 on the list. Why is he $1? Oops, we just had administrative error.
We only went 150, right?
All
yeah,
good.
but it's the guy that the 196 through 200. Those are the guys who are $1. So he should have been more than that. But that's all right. Now I got to go back and audit Seif's whole team. Was he just cheating us this whole time?
I had $2 left over, so he can make him a $3 player.
Little insider trading tips over here.
Lack of sanctity.
Gosh, you hate
St.
that.
John's had a really good third baseman. I'm not going to try to say his name, but St. John's could have been on this team too. Jader Rafestanger. How's that, Joe
Nailed it.
Healy? 'Cause I know you know him.
Seif Dog just with the word Johnson in his Q search. That's
I'm just
basically
excited. I'm just excited we get to put an asterisk next to Seifert's second place finish next year.
so
Overspent the budget, broke the rules, put an asterisk.
Now,
Very good.
now we'll see what champion Darren Vaught puts together after this.
Oh, that's right. DV is going to do the post.
Our grand champion.
well,
Fitt's our
ex post
champion.
facto.
I'll give
Darren
Darren
Vaught's
a
our
shout
grand
out.
champion.
I will graciously give Darren. He's not a grand champion because he did not participate on air in the pressure cooker in the cauldron where you've got to make your picks in real time. He had the entire rest of the player universe to pick and choose from in his leftovers team, and he did a good job with it. He put together a 33.9 WAR leftovers team led by Boston Smith and Tanner Thatch and Braden Simpson and
DV.
Eric Houston. Speaking of crushing your mid-major evaluations, good on you, Coach V. You crushed them.
Well done. For the listeners, as you're listening to this podcast, this is the last week without college baseball games. Next week, we'll get into our normal routine of a Thursday night preview pod. That's a live stream and then comes out as a pod on Friday mornings. Excited for that. If you don't have your subscription, do not let opening day get here without your sub. Incredible stuff on SEC Extra, ACC Extra. All the conference previews on the main site are cooking right now. Kendall, what is our current coupon? Do you have one?
D126, I think, is 30% off. And by the way, if you don't get a subscription, we can't pay to send Seif to pronunciation school. So pay us money, please.
Yes, do it for the squad.
Pay us money, please.
Do it for the squad. Well done. Gentlemen, great to see you. And everyone, enjoy. Have a great last weekend without college baseball. And we will catch you next time on the D1 Baseball Podcast.